Many times over the years, I've been asked how our flying club, 3 Oaks Flyers, as it is today, all came about. Well, to tell you, I'd have to take you back in time to an easier and far less complicated time. A time without flying restrictions, only that of pure flying fun. The time is around 2005. A small handful of ragtag flying enthusiasts just discovered the parking lot and field at 3 Oaks Elementary School in Virginia Beach. On any given weekend morning back then, the usual 1 or 2 cars would pull into the school's empty parking lot. It wasn't long before another half dozen or more would slide in. They would all park in a tight, lined-up formation. It always appeared as a well-choreographed event. Grown men slowly sauntered out of their airplane-loaded vehicles while getting jacked up on a can or two of Red Bull or guzzling down their morning need for caffeine. These pilot wannabes came in from all walks of life, professions, ages, and backgrounds. The boasting and pilot jargon would ramp up first. This was their usual morning warm-up session. It would last a half hour or so as they waited for the caffeine levels to boost their adrenaline levels high enough to actually begin flying. You'd always hear a guy shout to another, "What did you bring today? You finish your new bird yet?" So without delay, the show was on. They rolled out their aircraft using the sidewalk as a tarmac and placed them in a group formation along the edge of the parking lot. This appeared more like an opening night stage performance to show off their newest planes. Every type of plane seemed to show up, new as well as the patched up, glued together and duct taped planes that had seen their best days long ago and were ready for the boneyard. The age of the electric planes was now in full gear, and the EDF jets were now coming into the scene. Weather permitting, this was the routine for our group back in those early years. They were a small group of flying enthusiasts just looking for a place to escape the realities of life and have some fun. I could see the friendships forming. We seemed to band together. These fellas carried with them a wide range of personalities, ego, tenacity, and flying nerve. Aside from those necessary attributes, they did have one thing in common: flying. They never thought of themselves as a club back then. If they did, they flew with 2 simple rules. Rule number 1, there are no rules. Rule number 2, refer to rule number 1. It was like the old TV show, Black Sheep Squadron. It wasn't long before the school's field was simply referred to as 3-0. The phrase, "no guts, no glory," was quickly adopted. Horizon Hobby Super Cubs and Strikers were a popular choice for 2 of the most fearless and tenacious pilots of the group, Dave Skalski and Brian Greed. These 2 couldn't resist mixing up their flying with some full-contact dogfighting with the rest of us. Dave, Brian, and myself, along with the likes of Brian Thomas, Lloyd Lindsay, Jim Blair, and others, would tangle in epic aerial dogfights every weekend. So there we were, each throwing a couple $100 worth of perfectly fine airplanes into the air, only to intentionally take out one another's planes. Talk about fun. There were many times when we had 6 or 7 identical Super Cubs going at it. The sky was so full at times you couldn't tell which plane you were flying, unless it was yours that was spiraling to the ground in shredded foam bits. Most survived the mayhem, others weren't so lucky. However, if you were victorious in a mid-air collision and could somehow manage to land safely, it would be officially logged in as a recorded kill. It was the birth of what we called the infamous furball. We labeled ourselves as the Cub Killers. We boasted over our victories and our glorious crashes for years to come. Bouncing off of the light poles was another common challenge. Dave Skalski was the only pilot in the group to do it, not only once, but twice in a row. Others who failed and wrapped their planes around the poles or crashed in the attempt would be labeled as the light polians. I know, I was one of them. Doing the parking lot limbo was also fun. So was the James Blair patented sunroof hand launch. We flew throughout the year, wind or no wind, hot or cold. As the fun of weekend sorties continued over the years, the beginning of the group's end was rapidly coming into view. In 2012 through 14, the construction of the new Harris Teeter store and shopping plaza was in full gear and nearing completion. This encroachment greatly impeded the group's airspace, and a new location was urgently needed. The search, spearheaded by group members Brian Thomas and Michael Ames, fortunately found a new location in the Pungo area of Virginia Beach. In the summer of 2015, the group, while paying tribute to its roots, was registered as Three Oaks Flyers, a chartered member of the Academy of Model Aeronautics. So what started out as a handful of passionate flyers has grown into the most talked about RC flying club on the south side of Hampton Roads. Welcome to the new home of Three Oaks Flyers, where the passion and hobby for flying continues.